and welcome back. So I'm Paula Millington from Live the Best You. So I'm going to take you through another 3 exercises today in our series for beginners mat-based Pilates sessions. So I'm going to take you through single leg stretch, oblique twist, and also the scissors. So once you're on the mat and you've done your warm-up, so check back for earlier videos for your warm-up and your setup, and we'll get started. So for your single leg stretch, we're going to start down on the mat. Remember, with any neck issues, if you're struggling with keeping the head up into forward flexion, you can either put a cushion under your head or you can just rest your head down. So for your single leg extension, so bring the legs in towards the chest and we're going to pull ourselves up using the shins. But remember to pull down. So pull down with the belly, nod the head, exhale, curl up. So I'm coming up to the lowest part of my shoulder blades. Remember, down here is not high enough. So we've got to be up to here. So single leg stretch, we send one leg away and we guide this knee in towards the head. Key thing here is that the head stays still. All of your upper body stays still. And all we do is let go of that leg, send that leg away and draw the other knee in. So you're trying to bring the knee in towards your nose. So we're blowing, we blow, and breath, and breath. So you're pulling the belly as tight as you can. Now remember, we don't want any tension in the shoulders. You're looking down towards the tummy the whole time. Remember, if you come down to here, neck ache, just rest the head down on the floor, take the legs slightly higher. If you can come up to this point, that's great, but don't take the legs too low. Elbows are soft, shoulders are down, blow that belly as flat as you can. So we'll go for 4 more. So blow 4, 3, 2, and 1, and then bring the knees in and release down. So for your oblique twist, this is where we bring the upper body off the floor and we twist. So you can have your hands here if you wish, but I'm going to put the hands behind your head. Key things to think about here is when we're doing a twist, this is not what we want. That's movement of your shoulder. You're not working your abs by flapping your elbows, okay? So you've got to keep your elbows out of sight. So you can either keep your feet on the floor, or if you're a little bit more advanced, you can raise them. So I'm keeping mine down for now. We keep the neutral position, squeeze ribs to hips to curl up, and then we twist to one side. Elbow to the floor, other elbow back. Then we lift up and over to the other side. Look at the hip and lift up and over. So you're literally traveling from shoulder blade to shoulder blade. So you're trying your best to keep your pelvis still and your knees still. So what we don't want is your knees flapping about, elbows flapping about. If you can see your elbows, you've brought them in too far, okay? Either that or you've got really wide eyes, but that's fine. So you're blowing, you're reaching, you're looking towards your hips, lifting up and over. Don't come down and up, keep the lift up and over. So we've got 4 more, blow, and 3, and 2, and release off. Now have a little stretch out in between each one. That's great, just to loosen off, because those muscles do work hard there. If you want to kind of progress forwards a little bit onto your twist, you can bring your legs up to tabletop. Remember your imprint. So we're bringing the head up and then we do the twist from this position. It's a little bit more difficult to control with the legs in the air. You might find your knees are kind of moving from side to side, but as long as you've got the up and over movement going, it's absolutely fine. As soon as you drop that upper body down, it all goes wrong and the neck strain. So just go 2 more if you're joining me. Final one here, and then we rest it down. So stretch out there just before we go on to scissors. So scissors is a movement, your hip joint is your pivot point. Okay, so this is the movement we're going for. We're scissoring from the hip. What we don't want is any movement in your knee joint. So you need to find the angle you want at your knee and you stick to it. So you can either have bent leg or you can have straight leg. If you have a bent leg, your feet will touch the floor. If you have straight leg, you won't, you'll just hover. Okay, so I'm going to start with bent leg option. Ideally, we want the upper body lifted, so you know the drill. You pull in, nod the head, exhale, curl up. We've got one leg up, then the other, and then we tap one foot to the floor and we bring it back up, and we tap the other foot to the floor and we bring it back up. Now this is a nice basic version with your head up or down, but if you want to go a little bit more advanced, you pause, pull in, and then we switch. And then we switch. So really be careful that you're not kind of ending up doing a can leg. You know, you don't want any movement at the knee joint. The pivot point is the hip. As soon as your neck is struggling, you rest down. Just go 2 more, and then we're going to go on to the straight leg version for those that want to do it. The great thing about the straight leg version, if you've got the flexibility in your hamstrings to do so, is that you can use your legs to pull you up. So you nod the head, you curl up, and you reach up. So we hold one leg with both hands, just draw it in towards you as you reach the other leg long. Don't touch the floor with that bottom leg. And then just notice how the shoulders are relaxed and the elbows are soft. I'm not gripping on like this. You're relaxed, you're drawing in. And then we let go, we exhale, and we draw the leg in. So you let go, you exhale. So yes, you're reaching up towards the leg, but what you don't want to be doing is bringing your head forwards and back. The head stays still, the legs do all the work. So you're reaching long, and the flexibility in your legs will determine whether they're straight or bent. So do feel free to go back to a bent leg. Go for 2 more, whichever version you're doing, and then just finish with the legs up. Bend the knees in and release off. And then we're done. So that's your scissor section and your oblique twist and also your single leg stretch. So join me next time. Thank you.